Alright. um, we're live. I sort of wanted to, hello. Hello, yeah, I sort of, I sort of just wanted to do a stream where I just felt like talking more of everything else. Yeah, hello. This is, don't worry. I wanted to sort of do an update video. This is more of an update live stream, rather than a, just, I have parkour gameplay, just so that way it's not totally boring. If I fall, I fall, you know, I'm not really trying on this gameplay. But basically, I sort of wanted to check in. Sort of just wanted a couple things, really. Sort of, I'm sort of in a tough spot in terms of content creation. And I just wanted to address my thoughts on it as me. I'm sort of struggling to find, I guess I'm struggling to find an identity for this channel. I know it's more me at the same time, but also, like, I know I don't stay monetized, so I can't monetize myself. I don't want to, a part of me I'm just struggling. Hi, Mr. Orienteer. I'm sort of, and hello, R1265. I'm struggling to figure out what I want to do with this channel, and I guess it's tough. I just wanted to address that. I've been having, like, my content grind has been non-stop the past, like, month. I've been getting stuff out, and because, like, I'm noticing there's a lot of, I'm noticing stuff with the algorithm that's just bothering me, I guess. That's sort of, it's sort of, I'm sort of struggling, you know. So a large part of me, there's a large part of me that sort of is like, I kind of, because in order to grow, I gotta put myself on other platforms. But my problem is, I hate other platforms. Like, I don't like Twitch as a platform. I don't like TikTok as a platform. And so it's sort of hard. And the fan base I want is on YouTube, so it's sort of hard, but also I'm struggling to grow at the same time. So it's definitely, like, not easy, I guess. Trying to grow. And I'm noticing after every video, like, there was I'm sort of trapped in a cycle of sort of like, because the YouTube Shorts, it's no mystery that those have been getting significantly more views than my actual edit. I'm noticing the videos that I actually put effort into are getting the least, that are catching the least, those are the flames that are dying out. So I sort of feel like I'm fighting an uphill battle here. Like that one, the block shuffle. Editing that was just rough. Like I was struggling editing that was just very, like, I wasn't enjoying editing that at all. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess I'm just sort of trying to figure out, I'm also trying to figure out how I want to market myself. Like, I reached out to, the hard part is I'm trying to find other legitimate content creators that already have a following that also can sort of support me, and that's very hard. It's sort of just like I reached out to another content creator. I'm not going to reveal their name, but I reached out to another smaller content creator with about 17,000 subscribers on YouTube. My collaboration request was denied, unfortunately, but they were not toxic about it or anything. I completely respect their decision, but it's sort of like I felt like that was a big chance that I sort of could have felt like I could have handled that differently instead of just sending an email like I did. It's difficult, I will say. Like, I can't just... there's sort of demographics that I want, and it's sort of like the work is hard, and I'm seeing other content creators just do it flawlessly, and I'm also noticing how the algorithm just doesn't favor people like me trying to build their channel off of their personality. It's very, very difficult. I sort of have to have something to give an edge. It's sort of like I guess I'm just trying to find, oh god, this is hard. I'm struggling to come up with a way to describe this. I guess I sort of just want to, you know, it's hard to describe it. Basically, things aren't going my way, and I guess something that I should want to also ask is, what do you guys, the viewers, think I should do with this channel? What do you guys think I should do with it? because the algorithm figures out what's popular, so when you're not already popular, you're sort of fighting an uphill battle. Like, I don't know, I'm sort of struggling. You know? You guys able to, I sort of just, yeah, if anybody's able to give me advice on that. I like how yeah, that's fair, how it's sort of just casual, low budget, like, because I know I get a lot of flack for, I also feel like I'm getting more flack than praise, so it's sort of, that's also partly why they're the people that praising, like, the people that appraise, I don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the people that send me that, that sort of, it's helpful, and I very much appreciate it. It's just, I'm starting to notice not much of it, but I still very much, don't get me wrong, the people who I hear it from, I appreciate you guys so much. It's just, yeah, sort of like, when I tell people that this is the career I'm going for, it's the response is usually laughter. So it's sort of like, you know, and from my parents, it's sort of hard getting their support on it as well. So, and I'm always, because I know there's something I'm actually noticing a lot with my little sister too, which is just killing me, is me and my sister are really close, and yeah, other content for a bit, maybe a part of me kind of want to take, like, maybe like during Thanksgiving week, I might take the week off, just to sort of, because I'm noticing, like, the more commitment I put into this channel, the less I sort of receive, the less I sort of receive in other places. Like, my physical health is definitely going down, but I also experienced an injury that sort of stopped that, but I sort of haven't been really trying to get back into shape like I have been. And my grades in school are declining. It's mainly one class that I'm struggling in, but I do have very easy, and I'm noticing my work ethic is also, yeah, it's sort of just, yeah, and also I'm feeling this pressure from my parents, especially, to get a legitimate job, you know, build up a credit score, start looking for what college I want to go into, and it's like, I've already got what I want figured out. It's just the means of getting it is largely in control of an algorithm, and it's sort of an uphill battle to get what I want, but that I feel like right now it's just sort of making me miserable. Like, I'm definitely noticing that my social anxiety is coming back, and that's just sort of hard to deal with. I feel like I've sort of kept, like, the past year, I feel like I've done a lot to sort of fix that, and I'm starting to feel like I'm taking steps backwards, and it's sort of hard, and part of it is because I sort of thinking less about myself and thinking more about this channel, and I guess it's sort of just, it's hard. I'm struggling, but those of you that are supporting me, I appreciate y'all so much. Like, holy smokes, you guys are why I want you guys are why I want a career like this. Like, just knowing that I can make people happy by being myself on camera, just that makes me happy. I'm just saying I'm also noticing it's harder to be myself on camera in the quantity that I've been doing it. So I have a good feeling. I know, because also I'm the number of live streams in the coming weeks may go down. I'm still gonna keep cranking out YouTube Shorts, hopefully, or if I am working on the Dumbasses SMP, and I'm sort of struggling to decide what I want to do with that, or what me and Ben are gonna do with that. Yeah, this is something I was thinking about the other night. I wanted to do something like this yesterday, but I didn't find the time. I was watching Home Sweet Home Alone instead. Which I will say, off topic, but that was way better than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's sort of, a large part of me also wants sort of advice on what I should do in terms of this, like, because I'm noticing I'm having a lot less, like, when I start talking about my channel, sort of like, they go through the same process I do when they start talking about their AP classes. Like, I sort of don't really contribute to the conversation, because that's a realm that, that's something I like, because I have a lot of friends who are all, like, taking the same AP Bio class with the same teacher. What the hell is this? A troll. And sort of, I feel like they sort of go through the same process that I do when they have the conversation, where they sort of just can't really contribute, and they sort of just have to be there, I guess. Like, I feel like the thing happens with all a lot of my friends are like, yo, support me, and those friends I appreciate the most. Like, yeah. I also appreciate that my friends are like, that my friends can make fun of my content in front of me. I can sort of appreciate that, because sort of like that sort of make that they're not worried about what I'll say, which I actually very much appreciate that. But at the same time, it's sort of like, it's more of a reminder for me. It doesn't make me leave resentment. Whenever I hear it from my friends, it sort of doesn't leave me to resent them. It sort of just leaves me to resent myself. Like, okay, even my friends are bad-mouthing my content. Like, I gotta do something. And Yeah. So that's just something I'm working on. That's just something I'm thinking about, and I will say, when content when people refer to content creating as an easy job, I disagree with content. I believe content creation is one of the hardest jobs out there. Not in the means of making the money, obvious, but the effect it has on you is. I can actually understand. Whenever a content creator talks about burnout or their mental health, like, yeah, but I can sort of understand what they're going through now, sort of. I feel like I can honestly relate to it even more because I sort of am going through the same thing, except I'm just not even getting paid for it. It's sort of like a unhealthy relationship where you sort of just have to think, where it's sort of just all you. That's also why I stopped doing Eldercraft stuff, partially because it wasn't a good environment for streaming. Like, it's sort of just, like, sort of, I'd say only nobody, a lot of the people there didn't sort of take my content seriously. So they sort of would, like, they would sort of just be dicks on my stream, and then that sort of reflects me negatively, and then it sort of just makes me look like a bigger dick. I always felt like I was the bigger dick in this situation. I just felt so entitled. Sort of just, that's why I stopped, because a lot of people on there, okay, but there was like 2 or 3 that's just, that I just couldn't. The people that I do appreciate, like, I hope you know who you are, on there. I hope you know who you are, because you guys deserve a Dr. Pepper. And again with Eldercraft, I'm probably, those are gonna come down in the, you're gonna start seeing a lot more clips from individual clips from those streams, and they're sort of gonna be broken down. Those streams are gonna be broken down, and hopefully I can get YouTube Shorts views out of them. That's another thing. YouTube Shorts, I hate that as a thing that exists. 90% of it is lazy content creation. That's part of my issue, because the algorithm favors lazy content creation now, which I hate. I noticed, I was just scrolling through my recommended last night, and I was noticing that it's just all clips. It's all clips from nobodies that are taking pictures of people that have made legitimate content. Like, it's just all funny clips from funny things this person said, or funny scenes from this movie. Like, just I hate seeing that type of content. Because it's sort of, and I'm noticing it's the algorithm's liking it. The algorithm likes people referencing other people's, and it's sort of just hard. I appreciate Damn it, Scott. Oh, God. I'd like to see the balloon police try to mess with me. I'm not afraid of beating up balloon children. Alright, that actually, like, comments like that I appreciate so much. Just jokes. Jokes about the content itself, not jokes making fun of the content, like Scott just now was referencing, a YouTube short I did yesterday where it's just me punching a balloon. Because it's joking about how, you know, you guys know when you see, like, an inflatable balloon, you just want to punch it, right? It's just fun to punch those things. So I sort of put the Doom music in the background and just had me punching the balloon, you know? Just funnies. Remotely funnies like that, just not taking it, not serious, nothing high effort. But it's just seeing comments like that that just make me happy. Just that stuff that sort of pokes fun at it, like, but doesn't directly make fun of it. Those I appreciate. And I'm a snowflake, so I can't really take criticism very well. I put up that, yeah. I didn't know I had a dabbing emoji. I don't know where you got that dabbing emoji, but I want to see more of those in my chat. Kudos to you, Scott. You interrupted a serious stream. You got... Oh, man. Yeah. Like, I don't want to go down the entire list of people that I appreciate seeing in my chat, but, like, a few, like, Arc1265, you, oh my god, the fact that you go to every stream and just... Not only because that you are entertained to see it, that just makes me happy. That there is at least one person out there that isn't there because they're bored and I'm live and they're my friend, but because they genuinely like the content I put forward. Mr. Orienteer, are you trying to stream snipe me? Are you trying to stream snipe me? I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. I'm not gonna. How dare you? How frickin' dare you? Oh. How dare thou? How dare thou? Yeah, stream snipers. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Orienteer, you're also someone I appreciate. Just, you know, coming to every stream because you're entertained by it, not because you have an obligation, just because it's entertaining, just because you think it's entertaining. I don't want to feel like especially because, like, I know you guys IRL too, so I don't want to feel like that you guys are coming out of pure obligation, like, oh, he's our friend, we gotta support him. I appreciate the support, don't get me wrong, but it's just sort of like, yeah. Yeah, so what am I gonna do about this channel in the future? I have no idea. I have no clue what I'm going to do with it. Sort of like because like I don't have the budget for for legitimate equipment. I want to get a better mic. There are so many things like I want. Like, I want a better mic. I want better head. I don't really need better head. I want better camera quality. Yeah, I want a better webcam. I want to be able to have donations on. I don't even know if I can do that, but if I figure it out, I will turn those on. Because I've had people be like, yo, I want to donate. How would I do that? And I'm like, obviously I don't want to be like, yo, hit the donate button. I just want to be like, hit the subscribe button. I don't want to be that much of a sellout. I don't want to have channel members or anything like that. Like, if it comes to where I'll have to, I'll probably do that. But like, I don't right now. Right now, I might have to, honestly, because I'm not my channel isn't growing fast enough to get. My channel isn't growing nearly fast enough to get monetized. I want to be able to get monetized by. My goal is by the end of my senior year. That's my goal. That's my goal, and I'm like one term into my junior year. So it's sort of like, and I'm at, and the fact it is like I do know once I will start growing more. Like I noticed, I sort of just hit 150 in a month, in like less than a month, no problem. Right after 100, so yeah, I pardon the bad parkour gameplay. I'm not really thinking about it. I just wanted something so it just wasn't me talking to a camera. I also wanted to do this live because I wanted it to feel more genuine. I didn't want it to feel like I put a script together. I didn't want it to feel like an apology video. I just wanted it to be me talking. And if it's live, I can sort of talk to people while live. That's also why I like live streaming, because it's not like I don't hear about people laughing. I don't hear about people laughing about it later. I hear people laughing about it now. And like whenever a video gets up to my channel, the last thing I want to do is watch it. There have been times where I just sit there for there was one time where I just sat there for a half hour on one of my videos. I forget which one, but I just kept hitting the refresh button, trying to see the view count go up on one of them, and it went up like 5 views in the first 2 minutes, and then sort of didn't really make change in the half hour preceding that. Keep up the content. I appreciate that, Scott. I appreciate that so much. Scott, you're one of the people I appreciate too. I can always hit you up and be like, yo, wanna do something. For those of you who don't know, Scott's an online friend of mine of a couple of years now. I can always just hit you up and you'll be like, yo, you're always there. You're always there and you're always lightening the mood. I just appreciate that about you, mate. Yeah. Okay, wow. 5 people live. Wow. I should be genuine more often. Oh, God. That was me reacting to the bad parkour, by the way. Yeah, sort of like, because it's games I'm sort of picking are sort of like, because my PC also doesn't really have high storage, so every download is like a burden. Like it's don't mind me, I'm just an idiot. Sorry, yeah, every fuck, what was I talking about? Fuck. God, I lost my train of thought because this poor map design. Damn it. Actually, it wasn't poor map design, I'm just an idiot. Damn it. God. Trying to think. Yeah, games, right, because my PC storage, that's right, yeah, because I want to be able to get legitimate recording software and be able to download stuff onto my PC Yeah, games I play. That's right. Yeah, because it's sort of like, but it's just like half the games I have on here are completely uninstalled for this because I need to save storage for games that I want to play like unironically for content. So it's sort of like because I can't make a lot of content out of a lot of games so it's sort of hard trying to put myself as a variety streamer, which is why I've been sort of focusing on Minecraft to where I can sort of hone it down. I have my Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga streams, and I'm noticing those aren't even getting many views. Just in general, like my last one I did got like 4, so it sort of was like damn, like I like streaming that game because it's a game, it's a very nostalgic game for me, and also all my videos that I get copyrighted, and that's something I want to do, but I just sort of hate feeling like I feel like I have to play Minecraft. Not because people won't watch it, but because the algorithm won't like it. Because when it gets copyright claimed, instantly all traction gets lost. All traction. And the thing is, in order to like avoid hard copyright claims, I have to play the game without the music. And the music is what makes that game that game. It elevates it. And I was telling people, like, someone was telling me, like, yeah, what about mobile games? Mobile games are a maybe. Mobile games are very hard to sort of get onto my channel, because, sort of like, I can't record Discord audio. That's hard. I can't record Discord audio on a mobile device, even though I can on a PC, so that's just something I struggle with. Mobile games are always great. Like, Scott, I know I have featured you in a few of my videos, and those are among some of my favorites because those are just fun. Those were fun to record and and I really like doing more of that content where it's just where I can get a lot more people. Like, one thing I also want to get another Cards Against Humanity video up. I sort of those make me those are a lot of fun, and and that's also one thing I'm struggling with, finding people that I can make content with. Back earlier, what I said with Eldercraft, a lot of people on that server didn't really favor the content. I will say, the admin's great in terms of playing, but I feel like my feedback wasn't really heard on terms of the way the events were designed. I feel like they were the Eldercraft lore events. I feel like those I felt like were very unfriendly for content. Those were sort of meant for just I feel like that because I kept saying like I wasn't allowed in on the story. Yeah, I keep getting recommended, or keeps recommending me to play a Pokemon game because he found that it's entertaining to watch me play Pokemon. So again, appreciate all the suggestions. I'm also noticing I'm getting like a lot of, like, I haven't really done a parkour stream with any subscribers at any point. Like, there is one figure I want to talk about. There is only really one who also makes content. My boy Crypt, aka Fractal, aka Ben, who I do the dumbasses at SMP with. Like, he makes content. He's just sort of struggling to. He struggles with the motivation like I do. Like, why put it out there if it's not gonna get any traction? And I relate to that just too much. And so he sort of and he's told me, like, I respect your dedication to your channel. Like, I respect how you're able to put all that effort into something with that you're not getting much back out of, and I appreciate all that. I just appreciate hearing about that. Is there another version of Skyblock? There are, yeah. Perhaps. It's sort of like, yeah, we haven't really done Skyblock in a month because that's more of a, we're both sort of bored with it. Sort of, like, I feel like we cranked out all the content we felt like we could make out of that. So, we did. It sort of just became like, when the sessions happened, it sort of just became like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? It's sort of, we realized it's not really one of those things that can sustain long term, so we're like, yeah, I think it's time to sort of move on from that. Maybe, like, one day we'll come back and do, like, a one episode thing, but, like, yeah, we don't really have anything, in terms of, like, legitimacy, because it's always sort of, the grind sort of hits in the beginning and then it sort of fades. That's just why that series disappeared. Yeah, that series was fun. I very much enjoyed Skyblock. We sort of just ran out of content to make out of it. Because I feel like it sort of would have just became, like, boring, which neither of us want. No. Yeah. That's, and I've had a lot of chances where I could do a parkour stream by myself, and that's also why I'm sort of noticing why the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga things don't get many views, because they sort of, everyone's seen enough, you know? So it's sort of like, it's hard, because there's a lot of things I want to do, like, because I hate, it's very hard to play games and also think about having it be entertaining, because there's always the pressure of comedy, that I just noticed. There's always the pressure that you have to feel in making it comedic, like, because I feel like you can't just play games and you can't just play games and watch someone because of the game they're playing. You have to watch someone because of the way they play the game. I'm noticing, like, because that's we've all seen. There's plenty of Minecraft content creators, all very different. It's sort of like no one just wants to see one that just stands there and does nothing. Like, even like content creators I personally am not huge fans of, at least do something. Like, they have, like, a lot of the Dream SMP people. I am not bigger fans of their content, but I can respect the hell out of them because because they have their own thing that they do with it. I don't want to name any specific names because there's any chance that I do eventually blow up and this gets famous, and then someone uses that. I don't want that to happen, so I don't like naming names. And then why'd the painting go here? The subscriber should be in call with you if you want to. I should really try and make our purge server happen. I really want to make, like, a legitimate. Me and Scott had a talk. Have had several months ago. We had tried to start. That actually leads into another issue I want to bring up. That sort of adds on to what I'm saying. It's sort of like, we wanted to start a purge server, and have, where basically the way the server worked was it would be a regular SMP 6 days a week that people can go on, but then there was a designated, like, 2-hour period on 1 day a week where everyone had to be on. Hi, mother. Sorry about that, my mother walked in. and sort of like, it's always like, damn it, Mom. It was, we had set a whole bunch up. I had spent like a lot of time building a server hub for things we wanted. There was an arena where people could sort of duke it out before the purge. It was like a designated spot where people could PvP before the purge, and when I say normal Minecraft SMP, I mean strict rules that would almost apply as if you were IRL. Not, the basics. No PvP, no griefing, no stuff like that. No stealing, stuff like that. And one day a week there'd be the purge, and that all those rules would go away, and you'd be encouraged to do what you would normally do to break them. And I noticed the biggest issue and why it didn't take off was a lack of. One, it was hard to record. It was I noticed that very early on. I was struggling to figure out how I could possibly record it. Two, there was we didn't really get any applicants. That's for a variety of reasons. Number one, it was on Bedrock, and the way we had set it up was that it was in teams. So you had to have a teammate. It was in teams, so it was sort of like people had to have a buddy, and we got one team that applied, and they were accepted, transferred. There was another team that said they were going to apply. Like, yep, all right, yeah. So we need this, and then they just never. I was like, all right, the requirement. So you need to send me the team name. I need you to give me the name of the person. If I don't know them, I want their Discord. And I also would like your Discord. And I want a team banner and a team name that you made, just a picture of a banner that you made in a survival world. And there was a team that said they wanted to, but never did those requirements. And we kept telling them, like, look, we'd love to have you, but just we need these requirements. And then they were like, got it, and then they never would do it. And then we wanted 5 teams of 10, or 5 teams of 2, 10 people, because we wanted it to be that. Yeah, it was on Bedrock, and I heard a lot of people like, yo, I would love to do it if it was on Java, but yeah, now I can do it on Java. However, I feel that this is just me, but there's a personal thing where Scott, I don't want to do it without. Scott doesn't have a PC, and he doesn't have Java Edition, and I sort of don't want to do it without him, because it was our idea, so I'm sort of struggling to. That's something I would love to do if I could get the people to do it, and I would do a lot of thinking. I would have. And the way I would do it, I know, wouldn't really be a fun fit. It would be more for fun for other content, because it's sort of hard. Because I want it to be a purge server. Damn it. So it's sort of hard to piece together. It's sort of hard to get people. I need to get at least, and then I gotta get because I gotta get a server, and on the other one, Scout was paying for it because he has a job IRL, and he wasn't interested in it wasn't for content creation. I would have made content creation, and other people were encouraged to make content out of it. But if you didn't, but there was no requirement, I would probably end up making it as an obligation, and I don't really, and I would lose a lot of people there. I would lose a lot of because like a lot of my friends aren't content creators. Yeah. yeah, I did ask our orienteering team, Mr. Orienteer, but you know how it's sort of, I felt like a lot of people like just brushed it off, like, yeah, no, that doesn't really apply to me. A lot of people were like, no, like, a lot of people outright said no. A lot of people like Minecraft, just didn't want to associate with my content, which I completely respect, because that was part of my thing. Like, look, if also I am going to be making content out of this, so I also have to have that's something I also like. I don't want to put people on camera if they don't want to be, and that's just me. I'm sure pretty much everyone I'm told that understands that and appreciates that. So it's sort of like, it's why I never ask to do collabs. It's sort of like just yeah, you know. So yeah, so that's just, I guess that's where I'm at. In terms of that, yeah, I honestly, I've can't say I've enjoyed this, but I can't say I haven't. And actually, yeah, I can say I've enjoyed this. Enjoy isn't really the right word. It's more just I appreciate all the support I'm getting in these moments for the stream. Oh my god, it makes me happy. It's sort of just, this is sort of baggage I just want to get off. I probably still will keep making I definitely will still keep making content. I guess I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm going through, so I can sort of, I feel like you guys have a right to know. I feel like, and it's just, I figured there's nobody can relate to my struggles more than my viewers, and there are content, there are other content creators that there is one particular content creator that I know personally who I sort of haven't really talked to in a while, and since that time he's gotten significantly famous and has a significantly high and has almost 1 million subscribers and gets millions of views on every video he makes, because it's high effort legitimate content, which it references things other people have done, but it doesn't exactly just play the clips of it. It sort of recaps it in a professional story told manner, which both of you know me. You'll know who I'm talking about. I talk about him. I stan him all the time. It's sort of hard to reach out to that person now, because I don't want to feel it. You feel like a clout chaser, and a part of me is like, yeah, I am a clout chaser, but I don't want to be. A part of me is like, yeah, I want to be I want to be, a Technoblade clout chaser, one who can make one who makes lightheartedness of it. I don't want to make someone feel like I'm talking with them only because I want their views. Like, I want people to feel like, because, like, that's something I'm hard. Like, it's hard finding other content creators because they know I want their views. It'll look like I want their views, and that's sort of just, again, with the social anxiety, like, just, it's sort of just a little thought that goes in my mind a little bit with that process. Yeah, I guess that's just something that's going on. Yeah, it's sort of hard, like, because, again, I mentioned earlier, I reached out to another content creator. They did not reply to me directly, but I also follow them on Twitter, and they tweeted about how they didn't like, they saw an email requesting for a collaboration, and how they didn't really want to make content with someone they've never met, which I completely understand. Because again, with the social anxiety, like, I've always I felt like that's something I can do. I can talk to people I've never met, but it's sort of like just being myself around them is the hard part. You know? Like, I can sort of talk to them like, yeah, just be normal, but I can't be myself. Because I am not, I'm a very I would consider myself a flamboyant guy, and a lot of people I know who know me would consider me the flamboyant guy, and that's why that's something that's why I like this content, because that's why I like basing it off of my personality. I like basing my content off of my personality, so it doesn't matter what I'm playing. I don't want to be one of those guys who gets views off of the game they're playing, because then as soon as I stop playing that game, it's just, why bother, you know? Like, I'm noticing that with content creators I like. Like, it's just, I like what they did with the games they had. Just when they, like, I'm a big Call of Duty Zombies fan. It's just, a lot of Call of Duty Zombies YouTubers just don't have personalities that I look for. A couple of them do. However, they're all experiencing burnout because the games they are playing suck. So it's sort of like a lot of them, like, sort of hard for them because they don't base their channel off of their game, off of their personalities. Because I'm noticing a lot of COD streamers and YouTubers are like that. They don't base it off of their personalities. A lot of Minecrafters do that too. Like, even the biggest one of all time, Dream, I'd argue he bases his channel off of his content, not off of his personality. And even then, other content creators in the Minecraft circle that are big, that have their followings, like Technoblade, I feel like he has his following because of his personality, but also is seen as a PvP god. And it's straight sarcastic, but he also is but people keep watching him because, like, he's funny. So it's sort of like, and that's sort of a lot of people in Dream, sort of a lot of Dream doesn't really base his channel off of himself, because a lot of his famous clips he's just screaming like, oh my god, look what I just did, and he stages them to make it, sort of make it look like that, which is why his Minecraft manhunts are always so crazy MLG, you know? And it's sort of like, I know I can't base my channel off of my skill in Minecraft. I've tried with my parkour streams. It doesn't really, like, no one wants to see another parkourist, you know? Nobody needs to see another one. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh my god, look at this guy. People are gonna see one clip of me doing something cool, and then not hit this, be like, dang, I'm gonna hit the like button, but they're not gonna hit the subscribe button. So they're not gonna come back intentionally, which is something that's hard, because you want people to come back intentionally because they like your personality. That's what I want. Like, it's why when I'm not funny at all. Don't you dare say that, Scott. Don't you dare. Don't you dare say that, Scott. Don't you dare. Absolutely not. S'more Mama is one of the greatest comedic elements. S'more Mama is one of the greatest things comedically I have ever seen. And when used appropriately, it can kill. Yeah, that's again, like, it's just, it's sort of like there's... What was I talking about? I keep losing focus. That's why I want it. That's why I didn't want to... I've wanted to lose focus. I didn't want to sort of... I wanted to expect to lose focus because I didn't want to have to pour my heart out and then have to cut. You know, I wanted this to be live so that way you can see. I sort of feel like it's gonna be. Yeah, I just didn't want it to feel scripted and plastic like so many YouTube creators. Like I saw Morgs talk about how he was gonna quit and then he came back in a week, which is like his upload schedule. And the only reason he did is because he knew he was old news. So he came back to he quit. He said he was gonna quit, so people would be like, "What? Morgs is quitting? Oh my god, I've heard of that guy. I don't watch his content, but I've heard of him. Dang. Maybe if he opens up, he'll be feel legitimate, you know?" Like, 'cause that's what a lot of content creators do. It's why I'm struggling to find, like, I want to make myself feel legitimate. I don't want to feel fake, even though fake is what gets clicks. Because nobody likes reality. Nobody does. Nobody. I see a lot of content creators, because like a lot of famous content creators build their channels up of a facade, you know, of a character they make that gets a character that gets laughs, and laughs equal views. So yeah, laughs are a surefire way to get a fan base, to get your fan base to come back. A lot of YouTubers like Jay Schlatt and Quackity. Just two examples. Too Mad. It's sort of like, I bet if I like that you look like they're characters. But there are a lot of YouTubers that I can actually appreciate, like to name one, a lot of the Misfits guys. Those guys are legitimate. Those guys are themselves. Those guys are themselves. Like, I don't know if you've listened to their podcast, but they're the exact same. They're the exact same. They're not like Schlatt, where he's completely different on his YouTube videos to his podcasts. His YouTube podcast, he sort of lets his Schlatt personality come out, but he also had a very genuine episode of Chuckle Sandwich, where he does the weekly slap, where you can see his legitimate side. And that's something I want to do once I get a following, sort of just make an entirely separate channel dedicated to just helping people. That's something I want, because that's why I want to be a content creator, because I want to be able to, I want someone who's having a hard day to get home from school or work, more likely school, and just sit down. Like, I want to be someone's TV show that they can watch to keep them sane. That's what I want. That's why I want it, because I feel like it's a noble act, but there's just so many fake ones now. It's just like, there's just so many people that don't care. Like the Paul brothers, all those money grabbers. Like, yes, I want to be able to make a living off of this channel, but I want to be able to make a living. I will not bat an eye if I don't make $1 million off of every video. Like, or if I don't want to have a brand. I just want to be me. You know, I want to be entertainment, and I want to get paid to be that entertainment. I don't want to, because realistically, yes, I know I said that, but I know I say I want to be someone's what keeps someone grounded in reality. But I don't want to be, I don't want to just lie and be like, yeah, that's what I want. Money is also a part of it. Money is a part of it, but it's not like I don't want to. It's the same logic as being a therapist. You want to get paid to help people. That's my perspective on it. I want to get paid to help. I don't want to be paid to show up to go on tour. I want to be paid to do this. To be on the internet. You see, Scott, that's what I'm talking about. Scott just said he had a bad day at work and he feels better after watching it. That's what I want. I want to be able to cheer people up. That's exactly what I want. I don't want to be somebody who's like, yo, look at me, I'm a YouTuber, because let's face it, that's what guys like Dream are. YouTubers, not anybody who can. They're people, but they're fake. And like here comes a big one. Mr. Beast. Great guy. But you can't tell me his content is completely real. Don't get me wrong, great guy. Great guy. He does great guy. He love what his are. He's not a fake person, but his content's fake. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. Those types of content creators. Those are the content creators I can appreciate, who can put out fake content and be able to, that's that. Like, because Mr. Beast, he gives money to people. He has a whole channel dedicated to philanthropy. Like, he doesn't use that money on himself. Like, he has Team Seas, Team Trees. He doesn't. That's why I can appreciate content creators like that. Like, I joke about him a lot, but yeah. However, but like, even though his videos are staged, he's not completely staged. Like, the sequences in them, because he puts too much money into them to have them be improvised. He has a plan for the way they happen, but it all happens. Same thing with Dream. He has a plan for the way it happens, but he lies about it. But Dream lies about it. Mr. Beast doesn't need to, because we know, you can tell just by watching it, like, the Dream's whole deal is that because he bases his content off of his skill at Minecraft, sort of like, because find content on there that isn't, find Minecraft content on YouTube that, find content on Dream's channel that isn't Minecraft. Oh, Mr. White, thank you. Heartstrings tugged. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, because I know sometimes I don't want to be a guy that people watch. Like, that's why I want, because I know serious, because a lot of people are different. Because that's my thing. I want to help people, but a lot of people are helped in different ways. Some people just like hearing others open up. Some people, that's why I want to have a second channel that delves into that. I just don't really have much of a following to make that liable and repeatable. Which I honestly, I might do that. I honestly think I might do that. Like, if it doesn't happen, and also one thing I want to do, start a podcast. I want to have a podcast, just one where people talk, But I can't. I want to make a podcast off of content creators out of other content creators, not and I want it to be legit. I want to make a podcast off of other content creators. I don't just want to have friends. Although I love doing content with my friends. Can I 1v1 you, gamer boy? Gamer. This is are you, I don't know if you're new, but this isn't really a this isn't a this isn't a video where I'm this isn't just a sort of yeah, this no. My not really doing that. But yeah. Again, I also appreciate, I want to feel like part of why I don't want to be one of those big YouTubers is one of those big fancy fake YouTubers is because I want people to be able, I appreciate, I want people to feel like they can ask to collab with me. Because they not because of my view count or whatever. I want people to not because I'm like, because I've seen a lot of people be like, yo, want a 1v1, bro? Like I've gotten a lot of requests in chat while on live, just like, yo, can I join you? Like I'm like, it doesn't work like that, but I appreciate that people want to join, is what I'm saying. We are definitely the 2v2 champs on COD Mobile. My god, we are definitely, Scott. Absolutely. We are gunfight gods. Absolute. We are kings at that. Yeah. Yeah, it's something COD Mobile's a game I've wanted to delve content into. I feel like it's sort of hard just to recreate the same thing, the same bits. You sort of run out of bits in that game, which is why I prefer Minecraft for content creation, because you will never run out of bits in Minecraft. COD Mobile, I feel like you can, sort of just the gameplay is the focus, and then I feel like with COD, especially, I sort of focus on the gameplay too much. That's a personal thing, so it's sort of hard to make content out of that. And because that fan base, the COD fan base, is there because they like watching the gameplay, and the people that like watching the commentary is sort of hard, you know. It's just like it's hard to make content out of it. I'll sit down and play it. It's hard to make content out of it, and because I know I'm finding a lot less time to sit down and play games because I'm focused on content creation that I'm struggling to get some out of. So it's sort of like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I know I'm beating the living daylights out of a dead horse, but it's a struggle. When content creators are like, making content is a struggle. Like, one thing. Do other games than parkour. Yeah, parkour is something I do parkour because that's what I like to do. I sort of like that. It's because I want to. It's hard to, like, honestly, like, might stream Hypixel party games. And I'm also trying to do like Pixelmon. That's something. That's Minecraft as a Pokemon game. Like, that's something that's very different than parkour. That's definite. And I'm in a phase with that that me and Ben went through with Skyblock. It's like, what do I do with this? You know, like, what do I do from, where do I go from here? Like, yeah, the parkour gameplay the gameplay is just so that way you have something to look at. It's not just me talking to a camera. I feel like one of the best videos I've ever seen where someone opens up on YouTube was recently with Technoblade's, when Technoblade came back after like 3 months of being, after 3 months of just being gone from the YouTube space. Like, he was sort of, and he sort of comes back and everyone's like, where is he? Because he's had history of like having a bad upload schedule, and he has joked about it several times, and everyone was like, oh yeah, he's just not uploading. But like 4 months, man, we're starved for content. And then he has like a really legitimate reason. He's like, yo, yeah. He starts off as like a normal video. He's sort of like, I just wanted to talk about why I was gone. And then he's sort of just playing normal Bed Wars gameplay in the background. And then he just hits you with a huge bomb. It's like, he's like, I have cancer. And then it's just like, holy shit. Then I was watching it with my little sister, and it was sort of just like, what? Like, a part of me, I know, I speak from personal experience, I know what it looks like from the other perspective to know someone else has cancer, and I honestly, the way he set it up, I was fearing it. Not gonna lie. I've been told that before. Like I've had those words. I've heard the words. I have cancer, and it's legitimate. So I felt like I felt very personalized with that. It sort of was like, damn. I completely, and I not gonna lie, I enjoyed the video. Not because of the cancer part, but because of the way he handled it like a champion. Like, he was joking about it like he joked about his life insurance guy. Like that goes back to the fake content creators that dominate this scene. It's just, it's hard, man. Like, it's hard to be legit in this square. Because that's the last thing I want to be. I don't want to be I don't want to be a Morgs. I don't want to be a Keemstar. I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to be a Logan Paul. Like, I don't want to be a Jake Paul. Like, and I'm noticing, like, it's hard to base it off of just me, because I'm noticing that's what Mr. Beast did in his heyday, and it couldn't get him past 1 million subscribers. Then he sort of just started to go bigger. Because he could. He had sponsorships. He went bigger, and he got bigger. What about Goose Goose Duck? Goose Goose Duck is like, again, I need a group of people for that. Because I don't want to just do pubs on Goose Goose Duck. Same thing why I didn't really do Among Us content. Because it's a game I enjoyed. I just couldn't do pubs on it. And, like Goose Goose Duck, there's... The other night I was playing and some guy was batting the N-word. You know? Don't really. So it's like, get me a group of people, I'm sold. It's just a game no one's heard of, and it's hard to sell people on it. Same issue with the Purge server. It's just hard to sell people on it. Because it's a bit easier. It's a bit easier of a sell than the Purge server. But it's like, yeah. And unlike the Purge server, Scott, this was something you recommended to me, and it's something I can actually make content with you doing. That's why I got it on PC instead of mobile, because I wanted to be able to make content out of it. So I plan on making content out of it. It's gonna take some time, and it's gonna need me to get to know some other content creators, or I might just need to get people like I might just get people who aren't afraid to be on camera, who are content creators. That's something I might do in my Discord server, honestly, which is the link should be in the description, and it should work for any of you here that aren't there that want to join it. Yeah, sort of like yeah, there are also a lot of people that aren't here that I want to like that I appreciate. It's sort of XX Ronald Reagan XX. He's like, yo, I'm supporting your channel. Like he's a guy who I've met IRL, but he sort of just reached out to me, not even meeting him IRL, which is just something I appreciate. Like, and he's not here often because he's always grounded. But he always just can't. He always just can't be here. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Like, yeah, definitely. Like, if I ever want to do a Goose Goose Duck recording session, I would love to do a Goose Goose Duck. That game's fun. Sort of just struggling. Yeah, same issue as the Purge server. Just can't get people. And also something with the dumbasses SMP. I'm also gonna work on that. I'm gonna need to find a legitimate server, and I know there's gonna be means of the means of funding it, which is not gonna be easy because I'm not monetized. So it's like, if I ever get monetized, oh yeah, you bet your ass I'm paying for it. You can bet your ass. Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah. Another thing that I want to go back to is, content. It's hard. This is hard in my house. I mentioned this earlier, but I can't just tell my parents that I'm gonna be a content creator. It's something I'm struggling with. Like, I am struggling with putting this with my family. Something I sort of like. It's something I want to be able to be like, yo, this is my career move. This is me. This is, instead of looking for colleges, I'm trying to grow a fan base. That's sort of like.
Jack, you want me to charge your phone?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Because it's getting windy.
Speak of the devil. Because, like, what happens a lot is they just walk in. Right, I gotta. That my family loves it. They just walk in, like I'm not live. It's not, and it's like, instantly that bit of footage becomes like unviable because 90% of the time I gotta mute up. That time I wasn't able to get to the mute button in time. Or she'd left, so yeah, it's just something I'm sort of struggling with on my own. That's not something I sort of need any support in. That's just something that's just something I wanted to say. I guess that's something I'm like, because I'm sure other content creators can relate. Like, you have to have a conversation with your parents. Like, you can't just get this job. You sort of like, because they love to walk in on me like I'm just playing video games, but I'm not just playing video games. When it boils down to it, yeah. But I'm also on camera, and I also just look unprofessional when that happens. So it's sort of like, it's like, oh yeah, his mom walked in. Oh, he's clearly a professional, guys. Sort of just he still lives with his mom. He knows what he's doing. Clearly, this is working out great for him. And so even like, they don't have to know my age. They just got to be like, yo, he's yeah. They could not even know that I'm a minor, and still, it's just, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You're paying for 2 servers that no one even uses, bro. I know, Scott, that's rough. Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't really been on Bedrock Edition. I got this, because I've been, like, it's why I've also been playing, why I've been on Discord with you less, Scott, because I have content. I gotta put out content every day. Like, as much as I want to, I sort of partially out of my control. I know my parents are not gonna, like, if I when I graduate and I'm sort of left, if I fail, if I put all my cards into this and I fail, it's not gonna go well for me. The stakes are high in my case, which is just like, I either don't put all my cards into it. It's why I don't have much of a budget into it, because I don't want to I don't want to just put it all on the line for nothing. It's hard to pick that. Yeah, it's sort of, and I just walked off the edge. Yeah, sort of, what was I saying? Fuck. Parents, oh yeah, high stakes. Yeah, it's sort of, because I probably will end up homeless. I don't think my parents will be like, my parents are going to let me freeload. It's not like I have a job, you know? It's not like I'm helping out. I'm too busy trying to do this, but I can't just tell them I'm busy trying to do this, because I know they're not going to care. It's hard. It's a struggle, and I sort of like, I guess I just wish I could be able to just tell them. I don't have the most supportive. My mom is one of those parents that sort of doesn't know her kid. So it's sort of like, so she ends up coming off as a, so she's not the best parent. Not that she's a bad person. She just doesn't know how to parent me. So, and that's also something I have with another thing I have with my sister. I mentioned this earlier, but I have a sister who I love to spend time with. We have very similar interests. Every month we watch MCC together. Every month we watch Green's POV. We watch every month, if not Green's, Technoblades. But mostly Green's, because Techno hasn't participated in the event. And every month, every month, it's always, I always try to put stuff aside, like, unless I have an obligation I have to commit to, like the past 2 months, before this one, I wasn't able to watch the event live because I had cross-country meets I had to be at. I had teammates I had to support, so I had to, I didn't run at either of them. That's also something I always feel like that's something every time I put that's also why I'm afraid to go all out with this, because every time I put my cards on the table and committed, it's resulted in me getting cucked. So, like, because I've done cross country for 3 years. It's something I do, something I've loved, it's something that happens. I haven't been able to finish an entire season yet. This last season I had to miss like the last 5 meets, which is 2/3 of the season because of an injury. And sophomore year, freshman year, I had to miss the last one because I broke my collarbone, couldn't run. Sophomore year, same thing. yeah, that's what I want to do, get a job. But at the same time, part-time doesn't give me the time, because I can't just get a job because I also have school. That's something I also have to struggle with. I want to be able to graduate high school, at least. College doesn't appeal to me, but getting out of high school does. So it's sort of hard to just be like, yo, I want this, but I want to be able to just, do what you said, Scott, just get a part-time job and do YouTube part-time. Just, be able to pay for better equipment, but I want to be able to have, I noticed in the past year, I need to have a social life if I want to not go insane. In summer of 2020, I had a mental breakdown for reasons I'm not going to disclose, but I had a mental breakdown. It didn't go well for me. Didn't go well for other people either. It didn't work out. I sort of went insane. And like I'm not gonna get into that, but it's sort of hard. Like I need a social life. I need to be able to graduate school. And school, I can't just go to school and have that be my social life as much as I want to. Because I'm at the age where all my friends, their focus is getting to college, and it's sort of challenging to be able to find time to bond. Like, because I've had so many friends who are like, I want to be able to get in a legitimate relationship. That's something I want. But it's just hard. I have this. I do a sport. Like, I have a lot on my plate. It's hard, man. It's stressful. It's sort of like, because I want to be able to put all my cards into this, but I'm afraid to, too. I'd have to give up. There'd be trade-offs. Like, it's just sort of like, how am I supposed to tell because I've done a sport called orienteering. Mr. Orienteer, he isn't here, but he's on the team as well. I don't want to just, I'm one of the varsity guys. I don't want to be like, I'm not going to come back for a season next year because I'm focusing on becoming, how do you tell your coach that, like, no, I'm not going to be able to go to practice. I have to do a live stream. Like, how do I say that? How do I say that and not come off as someone who, that's my whole point. This is hard. This is hard. It's something I'm struggling. I'm definitely noticing my mental health is deteriorating. I'm sort of I'm becoming less social of a person, and it's just this is all taking a toll. Because, like, again, I want to be able to just take a break, but who knows what I could miss out on if I did that. Like, every time before, like, every time I didn't upload, there'd be repercussions. Like, I went 2 years uploading, like, not often, and it took me 2 years to get 100 subs. Like, it's just 100 subs, not even 1,000, just 100. Like, it's just a struggle, and because the way I get subs is by posting clips of me, like, so that and I can't. What is S'more Mama enough from you? S'more Mama's Yeah, S'more Mama brings me joy. Always. I'm always happy to hear S'more Mama. I sort of like... So it's sort of just... yeah. It's... yeah. Yeah, I guess it's just hard, like, because I have IRL stuff, you know. Mr. Ryan, hi, Mr. Ryantier. Oh, you would have loved my last point that I tried to make. You would have loved that. You would have absolutely loved that. You would have loved. You would have loved that last point. You're gonna have to go back and watch the VOD if you want to see that, because I don't really want to say that again. As a courtesy to. Hey, good looking. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? What should I do? Yeah. Yeah. What? That was a brain fart of a moment. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's hard balancing this stuff, putting all my cards into this, because every time I put my cards into something, it sort of just doesn't pay off for me. I always either, it always ends in not being able to do stuff. So it's sort of like, it just, like, this my cross country season. I've gone 3 years without being able to finish a cross country season. 3 years. 3. Part of me doesn't even think I'll be able to go. I'll want to go back for a 4th. A large part of me does. So much of me does, but so much of me is like 4 years. 4 years. It's why I'm struggling to commit to this, because it's like, what if I do? What if I put all my time into this? What?
Hey.
What? Again, supportive parents. My mom comes in to tell me my dog has to pee. Because my dog, that's also something I'm dealing with, but that's not really, that's just another thing that's just another level of stress. That's not something that's taking my time. My dog's basically dying. Her mind is gone, so it's sort of just, you know, it's hard. I'm just preparing for the thought of my dog dying, and that's sort of hard. That's more of just a personal thing. That doesn't really have anything to do with this channel. But I feel like it's just how it's not affecting. It's affecting my mental health. So I guess yeah. But yeah. What I was supposed to be saying. Yeah. If I put all my cards into this, what would happen? What would happen if the stakes are too high? If this doesn't work out for me. So it's sort of like, what do I do? So what do I do? It's why I want to graduate high school, because I don't want to drop out of high school to be a Minecraft YouTuber. Like, I don't have this to fall back on. It's not like I'm Tommy Innit or Tubbo who can just drop out of school because they have millions of followers. Millions of fans who are like... sort of just... Everyone knows Tommy Innit, nobody knows Out of Context Elliot. So it's sort of like, I don't know. It's stressful. So this is all just stressful. I thank you guys so much for being so understanding during this. This just, oh my god. This couldn't have, like, I appreciate this so much. I'm noticing also my motivation is just dropping. It's finding that's my mental health is just, not that I'm gonna do anything rash. It's just deteriorated, you know? Sort of like just burnout is what it is. It's not anything dramatic. It's just sort of something I feel like that's more relatable than just being suicidal. Which yes, I have been before, but that was when I was in a really bad spot. And my mind wasn't as I wasn't as developed enough to be able to handle that. So it sort of put me in a really bad spot. But I'm past that now, so yeah. But that's something I meant. It's still like I've been there. I've been down there. Like it's not that easy. You know. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is honestly, this thing is just making me feel better. Yeah, I didn't ping my Discord as a result of this, because I didn't want that to be in my Discord server. Which, by the way, link in the description for that. And I would consider myself active in there. It's just not just one of those Discord servers where the owner doesn't say anything. I feel like I consider myself to be fairly active on there. I feel like I have been able to stay fairly optimistic throughout like these past few months. I feel like I've been able to do that. It's just it can't I feel like it's not lasting forever. I know that I'm no Ted Lasso. Even Ted Lasso can beat Ted Lasso. I don't know if you've seen that show, but it's good. Would recommend, but yeah, if you understand the reference, you understand the reference. I'm not going to explain it. It's sort of like yes. Pick up the digital phone. Someone wants to talk to you. All right. Tell you what, I feel like I've said what I want to say. I don't want to just turn this into me rambling. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much. So much for all the support. Thank you guys. This has been... Thank you. This has helped me so much. I'm going to quit the map. I'm going to quit the... Damn it. Right, I got to do that. Thank you guys so much for this. This has just been... I really... Yeah, I thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's pretty much it. Peace out, fam.